here's my review of Sword Art Online episode 17. Let's get into this. This was a good episode, very informative. We see two characters in the game, apparently that are like in the real life world. We know them, so it's just like, it's like, what? And Sugou, dude, slap his face, someone get a sword and shove it up his butt, like, come on. But let's get into this. Because a lot of information was in this episode here. So, basically, Leafa ends up showing Kirito around, basically, and giving him all this information. And so, they end up going to this town called the it's a Slip territory, apparently. And what it is, like, there's different territories around here. So, if you go into Slip territory, and the Slips, that, these people, because it's part of a race, if a Slip came to attack you, you can't do anything back if you're not that race. Or at least it seems like, because you're not part of that territory. So it's like, dang, it's messed up. But at the same time, it's like, Kirito's thinking, well, they ain't gonna attack us. It's not gonna be doing anything weird or anything like that. So they're not really worried about it. So they end up going to Slip Town. And so that's where they're going. And so this when they start explaining certain things, because we end up seeing Rekon come back. And so she wanted to just give him a drink and whatnot, because she saved his life, and he thought Kirito was a spy, and he was like, I ain't no freaking spy, man. He didn't even know anything about the game. Like, how's he gonna be a spy? But like I said, it's different races, because races don't work together in this game apparently. So you just stick to your own race, which is kind of like racist. But come on, we need to work together. And so, like I said, they started doing a little bit of explanation about, like, the Undines. Because the thing is, Kirito didn't know how to fly, because he's still using the joystick or the Wii remote. But then he was like, you can fly without the remote, apparently. So that's what he learns how to do. But the problem is, he never learned how to land. And so he runs right into the building, which is like a big fail on his part. And so he hurt himself. And this is when it explains to Undines, like part of the race. This race can actually do high-level healing. So, better healing than other races. Because you still use that ability, but the Undines use it better. So, yeah, and Kirito's a Springer, and apparently Springer Race is able to do, like, illusion magics, and is, like, a good hunter. So, yeah, and he's like, she said it ain't gonna be good for battles. Illusions can be good for battle. What are you talking about? Yeah, have you seen Naruto? But, yeah. So after that, this whole explanation about what the flying, for instance, she started talking about that. Like, the thing is, you have about a 10-minute limit to fly, actually, which is cool. So you can fly around in this place. They have to get to the World Tree. And if you do, and there's also a limit to how high you can fly as well. So those people that are trying to do that whole thing, I can see why they failed then. 10 minutes is a good time, but you can't fly like that high in the air. So that's why it failed. So it makes sense. And so basically, if you can make it to the tower, because the thing is, you have to go into the World Tree, and that's like the main mission. And basically, you have to face against these bosses that's in this World Tree and stuff like that to get to the king, basically. And the thing is, those bosses are very, 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 very difficult. The thing is, like, I'm not sure if they're like Sword Art Online boss difficulty, but they're very difficult, and they can't. It's hard to do it by yourself. It really is. Like, it's almost impossible. But even if you try to do it in a group, the problem is, you try to do it in a group, only one person will actually successfully make that get that mission. But honestly, this reminds me of freaking Mount Minogi. It's the same thing. Like, we go face God Plagat, for instance. That's a one person. That's a one person mission thing where if you kill it, you only one person gets it. But hey, you help your friends out. I don't know. I'm just saying. So yeah, I don't think God Plagat's actually a solo mission, but that was just an explanation. I mean, it's, example I'm getting at. But the whole point is they have to find out to beat the person so they can get to the Fairy King, Oberon, and Oberon apparently can give you'll become an elf. And that's an advanced class, and it has no limits to the flying capabilities in this game. So you can fly it all day long, all you want, if you can become an elf, which is pretty epic. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. And so that was like the gist of what was going on and the explanation for it. Like I said, Kirito gets serious and is like, I need to get to the World Tower, because there's something. It'd be hard to explain. Like, things he didn't want to explain it to her, but it's like, I need to get over there because it's very difficult. So, I mean, thank you for the help. You don't have to come with me to try to, help me with this whole thing. But she's like, I want to come with you. You don't even know where to go. You don't know their directions. You don't know anything. So, I'm going to help you out. And so, as that all was all done and all cut out and stuff, she has to log off. And so, when she logs off, we get to see the real person that was there. And apparently, Leafa is Sugou. And I'm like, oh snap, okay. And the thing is, I was wondering why she's seeming kind of like strange, but at the same time, she doesn't know who that is. Well, I don't think anyways. I mean, she should know Kirito. I don't know, like this. I'm not sure if she knew the in-game part when he was in Sao with his name, because then she would have realized it. But I'm not sure she realized that's her cousin, brother. You know, I'm like, it's funny. She's like, he's a weird guy, and I'm like, really? Like, it was really fun to see. Like, I was like, what is this? What is this? And so basically, we end up actually seeing Asuna back. Well, her name in this game is called Titania. And apparently, we end up seeing the Fairy King Oberon. You know, we see Oberon. Apparently, Oberon, this mofo, this dude, it's Sugo. I'm like, what, dude? I'm like, what is this? It's like too many revealing. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. And so basically, this sucker here locked these people on purpose. This dude locked 300 people on purpose because he has a test for these 300 people in here. This sucker is locking. He literally is locking them up. It's just like, what the heck? And the thing he wants to it's the full dive system. He works with that and stuff, and apparently he wants to alter or implement memories using the full dive system. Basically, he can change your memory. He can erase your mind. Basically, that's what he's trying. That's what he's trying to do. So I'm like, this sucker is just, and he's trying. And the thing, he's gonna sell it off to the U.S. and stuff to, you know, for this whole thing. It's really messed up. It's really messed up. It just makes you hate him even more. Cause it's like, what's wrong with you, man? Why do you want to do this? It's like, and he's doing it behind people's back, you know, behind Asuna's father's back. So it's just like, what the heck? And he's all trying to like seduce, or not even seduce her. I don't even know what he was trying to do. He's just messing with her, like rubbing her lips and then rubbing her face, going down, trying to look about to undress her, and she's like, stop. And he's like, I'm not gonna force my hand on you. I'm like, stop! Like, dude, someone. It just sucks. And the thing is, Asuna's stuck in a cage. She can't even get out, and she can't see the password because apparently, Sugou ended up like hacking her sight, so she couldn't see the numbers when he was pressing to get out the cage because he was just there to meet her, you know, and try to sway her to, like, you're gonna be with me. You know, I don't want to make you a guinea pig, but you know, you're gonna be with me at some point. You're gonna understand. You and I are like peanut butter and jelly, son. So that's how it's gonna be. You and I are gonna be together forever. That's and this like just, I don't know. I don't like him. Someone killed this guy. Like, that's what I'm hoping. I'm glad Kirito is like a cheater, honestly, because the thing is, things are gonna be tough. The freaking boss is gonna be tough, so he's gonna have to be powerful. So I'm glad he has this ability. So it's not so cheap. So because the thing we've seen when it comes to Sword Online, these bosses are like incredibly hard. So I'm glad that Kirito has this kind of strength. I'm hoping he gets a party together so they can maybe go ahead and go through. And I want to know, but it's at the end of the episode, like I said, this was just the whole thing that was going down right there. And because thing at the end of the episode, Asuna is like, please help me, Kirito. She starts crying and stuff. It's just like, what the heck? And he ends up going to sleep with Yui. You know, Yui goes back in her form, and she's like, can I sleep with you until, you know, you log out? And he's like, yeah, sure. Like I said, but that's how the episode is. And I'm just like, what the heck? I'm just like, what the heck? That's all I can say. So I'm hoping Kirito can get out there pretty quick because he only has like a week to do this. You don't have a lot of time, so he's gonna have to figure out a way to get over there. And I also am wondering too, even if they actually do complete this game, what are you gonna do about Yui? Because like, okay, you get Asuna and stuff like that. You're gonna have to leave Yui out of this game. I mean, Yui can't get out the game. It's not a real person, so. You know, you're gonna leave your daughter behind. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna leave your daughter behind, and it's like I said, it's a lot of things I'm just thinking about when it comes to this show, because it's just so much stuff. It's just so much crazy crap going on here, and like I said, I'm wondering if Suguha and Kirito are gonna notice that they're playing the same game. Like, seriously, I wonder if they're gonna notice this at some point, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're Leafa," and he's like, "Oh my God, you're Kirito," and then it's gonna be this stupid stuff. I just want to see how the reaction is to that, because I'm curious if they're gonna actually end up noticing who each other, like who they are. Because the thing is, I mean, if he says something about Asuna, she should know then. That's what I'm just curious. I want to see all this stuff go down, and I want Sugou to die a slow, painful death. You know, just throw him in some hot lava, bring him back up, putting them in some hot lava, and then putting them in some water to cool them down, and then throw them back in the hot lava, and then throw them in some spikes. And this guy's it's just like, this guy is just horrible. He's horrible. That's all I can say. He's horrible. So this has been my review of Sword Art Online. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think of the episode, and you know, all the stuff that happened in this. The crap was pretty freaking epic. So like if you like this review, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more Sword Art Online reviews from me. So yeah, this has been Thabreakmaster, and until then, break out.